Very good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pathfinders Training. I'm Yogeshwar Vashishtha. So, can all of you hear me properly? Can everybody see the screen properly? Just give me a confirmation, guys. Great. Thank you very much. And this is a stock market training. And we are in a unusual, we are not in a normal world. We are in an unusual world. If you see, the whole world is affected with corona. Countries are in lockdown, and India is on number 3 now with more than 16 lakh cases, and it is not showing any signs of going down. So please take care. Okay, you will be hearing my voice and seeing my screen. So this is the speed at which I'm transmitting to you, 830 Mbps. I'm from Mumbai, Thane City, Mumbai. And by any chance, if you are on a low bandwidth or a weak connection, I will be sending a recording of this session to everybody. So basic admin in the start. So let's go. There are normally two kind of people who attend this training. Okay. So one is beginners, others are people who have tried on their own and suffered losses, guys. So let me see how I will start. How many of you are freshers, beginners? Say yes if you are an absolute fresher, guys. Okay, so as I can see, most of you are freshers, guys. As I can see here, most of you are freshers. About 206 people have joined so far. There will be about 250 people. Some people come late here. And then there are other group of people who have tried on their own and they have suffered losses, guys. So if you have suffered a loss and if you want to recover it back, please write the word loss so that I know that you want to recover your loss. Okay. So you can see that is a lot of loss making people, guys. Thank you very much for your honesty. So since most of the people, 95% of the crowd is either a beginner or a loss maker. So is it okay if I start this training from absolute zero, from the very basics, instead of going into fancy terms? So let's do that. I'll take it from very basics, A, B, C, D. That's what I'll be doing. Great, guys. Thank you for coming. Let's start. Stock market is a risky place, so take care. This is my trading room, guys. I'm a full-time professional trader and a trading coach. And every full-time professional trader, he will have a trading room of his own. This is my trading room, a 5-screen setup in Mumbai. I stay in Hiranandani, Thane City, Mumbai. This is the backside of my trading room, which is full of books. My whole trading room is full of books, and I'm always reading. This is a habit I got from my father, and I've got a personal collections of more than 1,000 books, and of course a lot of audio books and ebooks. This whole section is of the stock market books. This is how the market moves. Market moves up and market moves down. In March, we had a big crash, corona crisis, whole world lockdown, and our market also crashed down 35%. And now it has recovered a little back, but crashes and booms are a regular phenomena of this market. If you look at our market, we have had many crashes and lots of recoveries. In 1992, the market crashed 54%, then recovered 127. In 96, it was 40% down, then recovered 115%. In 2000, it crashed 56%. In 2008 was the biggest crash of 61%. Then 2010, it was 28% crash. And in 2020, in March, our market went down 35%, after which it has done a smart recovery. So market goes down and market also goes up. These are your choices. These are your investment vehicles: stocks, FD, company deposit, government deposit, mutual funds, real estate, gold, silver, cash. Look at this and tell me, guys, out of this, which one do you think is the most risky? Please write what you feel is the most risky. Almost all of you have said stocks. This is the answer I'm getting from all of you. Stocks, 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 stocks. Everybody has said stocks. 99% of you have said stocks. Let me give my view. Let me give my view. My view is the most risky in this is the fixed deposit, FD. FD is the most risky. Now, this might come as a shock to many people. Let's look at the logic of it. What is the rate of return of your FD per year, guys? What is the rate of return of your FD per year? 6%, 5%, 7%. See, this is what is the figure you are giving me. Between 6 to 7% per year. These are the figures you have given me. Now tell me another thing. Every country has inflation, mehengai. Our country also has inflation. What is the rate of inflation in our country per year? What is the rate of inflation in our country per year? Some said 4%, 5%, 6%. So these are the answers you are giving me: 5%, 6%, 4%. And there are almost 235 people who have joined so far. 250 is the expected attendance. Some are coming a little late. So 6 to 7% is the average you have given me, guys. So if your FD is giving you a return of 6 to 7% per year, taxable, and if your money is losing value by inflation at 6 to 7% per year, what is the effective return on your FD per year? Yes, what is the effect? Isn't it zero or negative? So, FD gives you a false sense of security, but it is basically useless because it cannot even beat inflation and your money will not grow at all. Let's look at another popular vehicle, which is mutual funds. A lot of people do SIPs, mutual funds. Very emotional ad of Sachin Tendulkar keep on kind, on there. But do you know what are the average returns of Indian mutual funds in the last 5 years? What are average returns? So can somebody give me a figure? See, these are the figures you are giving me: 15%, 8%, 9 to 12%. So these are the figures I am getting from you: 15%, 14%, 9, 10%. So these are the returns you're giving me: 12 to 15%. And you'll be shocked to know that this 14, 13% is not true. Let's check it out. Let's look at the facts. I'm a trader and an investor, and my whole system is built on logics, and I will talk logic. Let's go here to historic returns of the mutual funds in India. You can go through the link. Sharing the link with you. These are the top large cap funds And the historic returns in the last 5 years, you'll be surprised to find they are even less than FD. 4%, 6%, 3%, 5%, 4. These are the last 5 year returns. This year, they're all negative. Market has recovered back 25%, but these funds have not given you anything. Now, some would argue, sir, go to small cap and mid cap. They will be better. Now, let's look at small cap. This is exactly the same 3%, 4%, 4%, check percent. And I'm taking this figure from moneycontrol.com, the most authentic source. And if I go to the small cap, the results are exactly the same, nothing. 4%, 3%, 6%, and negative. So, this investment vehicle is also useless. If you want to earn 5 6% a year, you can as well put the money into FD. For how many of you this mutual fund thing is a shocker, guys? Say yes. If after seeing those figures, it is a shocker for you. All right. We have a thought in our mind. ज्यादातर हमारे दिमाग में एक thought होती है, and we keep on thinking our thought is right. If you want to come to stock market, you have to build your foundation on facts. Another investment vehicle is real estate. And real estate, after demonetization, are the prices going up or are they going further down? Right? They're going down, down, and down. 10, 20% more down. So I won't be very surprised. They're further falling down. Gold last 1 year has given very good returns, but historically the returns of gold are also between 5 to 8% per year. Cash doesn't give you anything. So in terms of investment vehicles, you have to look stocks seriously as an asset class because it is capable of giving high returns and liquidity. The two great aspects of it. So when you come here, when you work hard, when you learn it, you know, what is the expectation you should have? Never enter into a profession without knowing the expectations. So let's go to reasonable expectations in stock market. These, if you take stock market as a profession, part time or full time, this is the reasonable expectation to have. You will do two things into the stock market. First, you will build portfolios. What is a portfolio? A collection of 20 to 25 stocks that you buy over a long period of time. And you keep it and expect to grow at 24% per year. This should be a reasonable expectation from a portfolio growing at about 24% per year, 4 times more than the FD, which means if it grows at 24% per year, even if you take 6% inflation away from it, it still gives you a net return of about 18% per year. And second is you will do trading in futures and options, intraday and swing trading, where you should be able to double your money every year, 10% per month on your capital. So because with a stock portfolio, your money should be doubling every 3 years. With futures and options, it should be doubling every year. Now, tell me very honestly, will it happen automatically by you just coming into the stock market? Yes or no? Thank you very much. So nice of you guys. Now, what will it require? It will require skill. It will require skill. Now tell me, when you were born, how many skills were you born with? When you were born, how many skills were you born with? Zero skills. Thank you very much. So we were all born with zero skill, maybe a skill of crime. And then, thanks to our parents, we start gathering skills. They helped us to gather the skill of talking, of walking, of reading, of writing. You started acquiring social skills of making friends. Then you had a practical skill how to operate a mobile phone, how to ride a motorcycle, how to drive a car, how to swim in a pool. Then you were sent to schools where you gathered more skills. Then you started gathering professional skills of becoming a doctor or an engineer or a computer guy. So the first 25 years of our life are spent only in gathering skills, and rest of our life we utilize those skills. Can you agree with me on this one point, guys? The first 25 years of our life we gather skills, and then rest of our life we utilize those skills. It is exactly the same in the stock market. Stock market is a skill, and it needs to be learned and gathered and practiced. What is a skill? Skill is transfer of knowledge from conscious mind to subconscious mind by practice, practice, and practice. And it takes about 6 months to 1 year to become skilled in stock market. Most people are in a hurry. I can learn stock market in 2 hours, one day. There is a shortcut, there is a method. Very sorry to break your heart. If you want to take it seriously as a profession, part time or full time, build your portfolio doubling every 3 years and trade options doubling every year. You need to work hard and acquire the skill. So, money is the first motivation, and this is a reasonable expectation. But when I entered the stock market, my motivations were entirely different, guys. Now, answer one thing very simply. How many of you are on managerial and similar positions in your organization? Say yes if you are on a managerial or a similar position in your organization. A lot of you have said yes. There are a lot of you who are on senior positions, you're managers and above. And you're serious people, you have come on a Friday night to attend the webinar. You might be having an office tomorrow. There's a lot of you. Now, tell me one thing now. This job that you are having, can you give this job to your son or daughter? High profile job that you are having, can you give it to your son or daughter? Answer is no. Exactly. Even if you want, you can't. And that they have to work hard and give it and get their own jobs. But tell me one thing, if you were a businessman, could you give your business to your son or daughter? Right? The answer is yes. Nobody will ask you anything. It is the same that happens in stock market. When you acquire the skill of becoming a trader and investor, you learn to do a brand new business which you can pass on to your next generation. That's another advantage of it. It is a business of freedom. Full time traders, they work 50 hours in a whole month. I'm a full time trader, 50 hours, not in a week, in a whole month. There is no recession in this business ever. Tell me, with all this lockdown all over the world, including in India, was the stock market open or closed? Yes, was it? It was open. It was open. It's always open. World War I, it was open. World War II, it was open. NFMI is always open. That's the beauty of this business, that it is open. And you can do it sitting at your home. You can do it through a mobile phone. You can do it while you are on a vacation and you travel. So as you go into this, there are so many other motivations that you have in this when you go into it. So when you enter here to take it seriously as a business, part time or full time. So that is important to understand. Let's go a little more deeper into it now. Let's check out. Now, let me put a stock here. Let's put two stocks here. Let me start with portfolio building. How many of you have portfolios with you? How many of you have stocks in your portfolio? Many of you have it. Thank you. So, those of you who have it, have you built that portfolio scientifically by learning it yourself, or is it based on an advisory, tips, and recommendations? How have you built your portfolio? And I can bet that most of it is blue chip companies Reliance, Tata, Bata, Dr. Reddy, and others. That's how people buy 10, 12 stocks and think they have a portfolio. Let's look at the portfolio building a little more scientifically. Let's look at two very popular names. One is Yes Bank, another is Reliance. Yes Bank is available only at 12 rupees. It used to be at 400 rupees. Now tell me, how many of you are thinking of buying Yes Bank for your portfolio, or you already have it in your portfolio? Yes, guys. See, now most of you, now let me share the answers here. See, most of you have it, already have it, I have it, thinking, not thinking to buy, yes, bought at 12. See here? So, 80% of you either have it or you want to buy it. Now, let's go to Reliance Industries. How many of you already have Reliance Industries or you plan to buy it for your portfolio? Say yes if you already have Reliance in your portfolio or you plan to buy it for your portfolio. And here, see, there are a lot of yeses. Most of the people have said yeses for this one. They're either planning to buy or they already have it. Now, these answers you have given me, guys, are they based on the facts that you know about, or are they just your emotional reactions based on what you have heard? Some of you have said facts, but honestly, most of you are liking this batch. You have said these are based on my emotions, based on positive results. That's what I have got. Now, let's build a logic. Let's build a logic. Now, these are the answers you gave me. I'm openly showing this. This is a live webinar, guys. See here, based on EGM, plan to buy, recommended, maybe emotional, on intuition. Yogesh Kulkarni says based on facts. You know, facts. Sherwin says based on facts. I know about it, Abhiram Sharma is saying. Let's now build a logic. If you have a stock in your portfolio, which you have put it because you want 24% per year on your capital, and it is basically a business that you have bought, shouldn't it be giving profits of more than 24% per year if it has to grow at more than 24% per year, guys? Yes or no? Let's build a logic. Let's build the logic. Simple logic. If I want my portfolio business stock to grow at 24% per year, it should be giving profits at more than 24% per year because every stock is a business and business operates only for profits. Right? Simple base logic. Let's go and check it out. Now, if I'm going here, let's go to Yes Bank first. I opened the results. This is the balance sheet of Yes Bank. This is the balance sheet of Yes Bank here. And if you're looking at this, let's look at the Net profit per share. In 2016, Yes Bank has a net profit per share of 60 rupees. March 17, 72 rupees. In March 18, it dropped to 18 rupees per share. In March 19, it dropped to 7 rupees per share. And now in 2020, it is in losses of 13 rupees per share. Tell me, would you like to buy Yes Bank now for your portfolio? Yes or no? Now, these are facts. Now, this is no emotion. These are facts. This is business, and you see the results on the balance sheets. Now, anybody who has said yes, they are emotional because they are not looking at fact. They want to buy it. It is their ego that is pushing them. They are speculating. If you are a rational investor, this should be a no. Let's go further. Let's look at Reliance, a very big name, very big name. Now, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, these days Reliance is selling a lot of its companies. Jio is being sold, Reliance Retail is being sold. Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, father of Mukesh Ambani, did he ever sell one single share of his company ever to anybody, guys? Yes or no? Never. No, never. Then why is Mr. Mukesh Ambani selling his company? Any idea? Because it was having a huge debt. Now they are marketing debt free, but a good company should always be debt free. बराबर है? To clear the heavy debts it was having, and that's why they are on a selling spree. Not because it is a vision, because it was in heavy debts. Now let's look at the facts of Reliance Industries. In March 16, here this is Reliance Industries. That was Yes Bank. Let's go to Reliance Industries. In March 16, Reliance Industries used to make a net profit of 84 rupees per share. In 17, 96 rupees per share. In the year 2018, it dropped to 53 rupees per share. In 2019, 55 rupees per share. And in March 20, they had a profit only of 48 rupees per share. So in the last 5 years, the profit of Reliance, has it become double or half, guys? Look at the balance sheet and tell me. It has become half. So, or as the time is passing, the profitability is decreasing. And you'll be surprised to know Reliance is growing only at 7.8% per year. This is the net profit of Reliance, 7.8% per year. So a company growing at 7.8% per year would be incapable of giving returns of 24% per year for 10 years. So now tell me, would you like to buy now Reliance for your portfolio? So these two decisions that we took, guys, were these decisions based on emotions or were they based on facts? They were based on facts. So you will succeed here only when your decisions are based on facts. So let's go into the very basics of it. This is our stock market of the last 20 years. Look at and tell me in how many directions does the stock market go? How many directions does the stock market go? Can you check it and tell me? See, some of you said one direction. Let me share it with you again so that you know what others are doing. Most of you, some said one, Abhiram said one direction, two direction, two direction, two direction. This was the first right answer. Abhinav Arya, correct answer, three directions. Price moves in three directions: up direction, down direction, and sideways direction. Price moves in three directions: up, down, and sideways. These are the three directions of the price. And when you're coming into the stock market, you will have two friends. You have two friends. You have two friends. Your friend number one is the balance sheet. If you want to build long-term portfolios growing at 24% per year, you need to be proficient in reading a balance sheet like the back of your hand, the various ratios, the way the profits are happening. I just showed you one line, but a balance sheet is not one line. There's so many things you have to read into that. So the balance sheet will help you to buy the correct stocks. And do you know how many stocks are there in the Indian stock market on BSE and NSE combined together? Correct. More than 5,000. Very good, Murthy RM and Rajnikant ji. More than 5,000 stocks are there on the Indian stock market. That means you need to have the skill of reading the balance sheets and comparing the balance sheets, and out of that, find the 25 most strong balance sheets. And in the portfolio stocks, for that kind of growth, you will need to focus on micro caps, small caps, and mid caps. Large caps and blue chips, they are mostly used for futures and options tradings, not for portfolio. Your second friend in this market is a technical chart. It's a technical chart. Like this is a technical chart. A technical chart is a two-dimensional drawing. On the x-axis is the time, on the y-axis is the price. And a technical charts tell you the relationship between the time and price. There are various kind of charts. This is a line chart. This is a bar chart. This is a candlestick chart. This is a Heinkanashi chart. This is a Renko chart. So you need to learn to read the various charts. Then charts exist in multiple time frames. This is a monthly chart. This is a weekly chart, which looks very different from the monthly chart. This is a daily chart here that we are looking at. Then this is a intraday chart. This is a intraday chart that we are looking at. So you need to have the skill of not only reading the charts, but comparing them together and finding the interconnection between the various charts. That is the skill you should be having. So, two friends. Two friends. First is the balance sheet, and second is a technical chart. When are you skilled? When you're proficient in reading like a professional, both the balance sheets and a technical chart. What does the technical chart represents? You know, it represents the price. What does the balance sheet represent? It also represents the price. Now, this is the market which will open on Monday. Tell me, on Monday, Do you have any control at what price the market will open? The answer is no, neither I have. Nobody, none of us have, but somebody must be deciding it. So, who controls this market? Who controls this market? This market is controlled by FIIs. First major player who controls the market are FIIs. The second major player who controls the market are mutual funds. They have a lot of money with them. What are the returns they give to you? 5%. They make most of their money and they never give it to you. Third is the banks. Banks. Private lab banks. Every bank has a department called Treasury. It's got a department called Treasury, which handles your money and puts it into the stock market, the one that you have given in FD. Then the next major players that controls the market are the insurance company. Do you know which company makes the most profit in intraday trading in India? Anybody has an idea? It is LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC makes the most money in India trading futures and options, no stocks. Then the fifth major players are the corporates. All corporates are also involved into the stock market one way or the other. So these are the guys who control the market. These are the guys who control the market. And who are the people who have no control over the market? Them or us? Us, right? Great, thank you. So now let's build a logic. If I have to make profits, I should know what they are doing. If I know what they are doing and I do the same thing, I will make money. Let's build a logic, right? If I know what they are doing and I do the same things, I don't have to fight them. I can't fight them. They're too big. They are too big. Who are the people who mostly lose money are the one who are continuously fighting with them. जो इनके साथ रोज लड़ते रोज पिटते. So now, of course, these guys will not tell us what they are doing. But since they control this price, if we learn how to read this technical chart, I know what they are doing. Yes or no? If I learn how to read these technical charts, which is constructed by them, I will, know what they're doing and I can do the same thing. That's the second set of logic that I'm building. I'm taking it from absolute zero, guys. So, if I have to do that, I have to be very careful who are my enemies here. So, what are your enemies? Let's focus on your enemies. Your enemies. Your first enemy into this market is lack of skill. So, your first enemy into the market, lack of skill. If you don't have skill, you will not make any money here, for sure. Second, biggest enemy you have is dependency on others. Dependency on others. Dependency on a mutual fund, on a portfolio guy. Somebody else says he'll make money for you. So dependency on others. That is your enemy. Your third biggest enemy into the market is your emotions. This is the biggest, your emotions. Tell me, those who made losses, guys, say yes if you became very emotional and you lost your money. Happened to so many of you. See, let me share it with others. If you see here, there's so many of you. Thank you very much for the honesty. They say, yes, I became very emotional and I lost money. That's a lot of people. Really appreciate honesty, guys. So that means you need to create a process by which your emotions will remain in control. And when you enter the stock market, what is your biggest challenge? Your biggest challenge is that your real money is at a risk. Your real money is at a risk. Now, these are the three main enemies you have, and you need to work on that. Now, let's go back to these big players. What are they doing in the market? What do they do? What do they do? Now, when I'm telling about them, you have to learn the same thing. What do they do? All these major players, and you will do it too, they engage in four forms of trading. Intraday trading. Intraday trading is a few hours trading. A trading that finishes on the same day. Is the same day. Then, second form of trading that they do is called swing trading. When your trade lasts for about 10 days, it is called a swing trade. The third form of trading that they do is positional trading. Positional trading. When your trade lasts for a few months, it is called a positional trade. And the fourth form of trading that they do is portfolio building. These are the four forms of trading that they engage in. And there are three markets. So, which markets do they trade? Which markets? Which markets do they trade? Which markets do they? There are three major markets. First is stock market. Stock market is open from 9 to 3:30. Second market that they trade is the commodity market. Commodity market. Commodity market is open till 11:30 in the night. I'm talking of Indian markets. It opens at 9 in the morning. It is open till 11:30 night. It is still open. And the third market that they trade is the forex market, which opens at 9 in the morning and is open till 5 o'clock in the evening. So, are you liking the session so far, guys? I'm keeping it from very basics. Shall I continue with the same pace? I'm not taking it fast. Great. Thank you very much. I'll continue. Now, these guys, they do these four forms of trading. These are the three markets that they trade. And what are they trading? What are they trading? Now, let's come to the products. They are trading. So, what are they trading? They're first trading stocks. Most people are familiar with stocks, but stocks have a big drawback. Can give money only in up direction. If the price goes up, you will make profit. But if the price goes down, you will make a loss. Guys, Guys, all those who joined late or whose connections are bad, I'll be sharing a recording of this session with all of you. So stocks can give money only in the up direction. Second product, which is more versatile, is called futures. Now, futures can give money in two directions. In two directions, up and down. They can give money in two directions, up and down. And the third product, the most versatile, my favorite, is options. Options can give money in three directions: up, down, and sideways. Options can give money in three directions: up, down, and sideways. Let's see this with an example. Guys, I'll be rubbing this, so if you want to take, you can take a screenshot of this one. Okay, let's go to this is one example I had put here. This is the Nifty, the 50 stocks of Nifty here. And we saw today the stock that lost the most money was Eicher Motors, which went down 2.65%. So if you were holding a stock of Eicher Motors, would you have made money or lost money? You would have lost money, of course. Thank you. Now, but if I go here to a Eicher Motor option, a put option, this is Eicher Motor, 2750 expiry put option. Instead of losing 2.6%, the option went up 17% in a single day. Let's take another example, Reliance Industries. This is Reliance Industries. And let's look at the last 2 days of Reliance Industries after the so-called good result. So let's look at the last 4 days of Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries has come down from 2197 to 2053. It has gone down 144 points. 10% is 219. So it has gone down about 6%. So if you were holding the stock of Reliance in the last 4 days, would you have made money or would you have lost money, guys? You would have lost money. Let's go to a Reliance option of, let's say, about a strike price of 2,200. And let's open that and let's see what happened to those as the price went down. As the price went down, the option, instead of losing 5%, you see, it went from 138 rupees to 187 rupees, which is almost a 30 to 35%. So in 4 days, instead of losing 5%, you would have made a return of 35%. Why? That is the property of that product, that it can give you money in all three directions. In all three directions. So we understand that we have to understand the price basically. Let's learn a bit more about price. This is price. We know it moves in three directions. Let's go to the price. And price has also got a basic property. What is the property of price? It is elastic. Price is not rigid, it is elastic, and it is trying to find its balance. And let me add into this a line of balance. I'm adding into the price the line of balance now. This is the line of balance. Line of balance. So, what is the price doing? When the price is going far away from line of balance, it is becoming imbalanced. It is becoming imbalanced. And the moment it becomes very imbalanced, it, it is trying to get its balance and goes back towards the line of balance. Then again becomes imbalanced and tries to go back towards the line of balance, becomes imbalanced, goes to the line of balance. And you say here in March, in the corona crash, it became hugely imbalanced. And what did it do? It came back to the line of balance. So if you have to make money, let's build the logic. If you have to make money, are you looking for a balanced price or are you looking for an imbalanced price? You're looking for an imbalanced price. Balanced price is useless. So the imbalanced price becomes the entry point and the balanced price became the exit point. Right? Is the logic clear, guys? Is the logic clear to everybody? Let's build some more. Now, and this is not only, there's so many, there are more than 50 methods that you can use to find balance and disbalance. So if I, let's say, change to Reliance, let's say I was looking at Reliance, and here in Reliance, I add a very different method of finding my balance and disbalance. I add into this an oscillator called RSI. Which has been used for decades to find balance and imbalance. And just by looking at this oscillator, I could have seen when the disbalance started coming back to the balance. Okay. So you have to learn where the price is balanced and where the price is imbalanced. And this is what will give you the money into the market. And the good thing is you can make money in all three directions, up, down, and sideways. Now another challenge is it practically possible for you to open 5,000 balance sheets and 5,000 technical charts every day? Of course, no. Right? So you have to have another skill of filtering. You have to learn the skill of filtering. Let me give an example. Let's say I want to find out, the stocks that I want to trade in my options on Monday. So let's take an example of filtering. So I put a option option trades on Monday, let's say 3rd August or 4th, I don't remember, 3rd August. And I put my conditions here. I said I choose my category of stocks, and the market is little on the expensive side. So I said, okay, let me find the ones which are suitable to give me money in the downward direction. To give me money in the downward direction. So here, if I went in here, I said, show me the one which are overbought. Added into this, and out of the 5,000 stocks, I filtered it to 42 stocks. I go further into it. I said, let me add one more condition into this. I said, show me the one where the trends are peaking. Where trends are peaking. And now I have zeroed it down to 14 and I edit it further on this. Save and scan, and I've zeroed it down to this many stocks, guys. It's just so how much time did it take for me? Okay, it took me 2 minutes. It took me 2 minutes. And now I don't have to look at the 5,000 stocks. I know that on Monday morning, I have to focus on these six stocks. Let's say I open Infosys out of it on my daily chart. And I saw that Infosys, after a good result, went up. It is trying to go up, but it is creating exhaustion gaps. Like here on this part, I see gaps, exhaustion gaps, which normally comes at the time the move is finishing. So it's giving me, and it started rising up from here. So I have a nice almost 100 rupees downside in Infosys that I can use to my advantage. So what product would be of I'll be using? Will I be using stocks or will I be using futures and options? Exactly. Mostly options. FNO is what I'll be using. So when we are going into the arena of trading, I've been doing this I'm trading for 18 years now. I'm a full-time professional trader for more than 12 years now. And I know it is a skill where every day there is money if you have that skill in your hand on this. I am also a coach. I teach with live trading. Take an example of live trading. Let's go and pick up an example of live trading. Let's say I'll give an example of two patterns that I use a lot in my trading. One is a flag pattern, which is a continuation pattern. Another is gap trading. I have two capitals, guys. I'm a full-time trader. I have two capitals. One is my personal capital, which is a few crore rupees, and other is a coaching capital of 10 lakh rupees. With that 10 lakh rupees, I live trade every day and coach people to become trader and investor, where they can also trade with me and learn how to trade and invest. So let's pick up one of the sessions which I did with an example here. Let's say here, this is a live session that I conducted, a recording of it. And this is a distinct possibility. Will it go there for sure? No, there's no guarantees in the stock market. I don't teach with theory, guys. I teach with live trading, means you will live trade with me and learn, because that is the best way to learn. Here now, some works well. Ashish, 6,000. See here. This is my trade going on, and I lost about 70. Watch this level. Like here, at this point, I have identified my flag. I have drawn my flag. I'm sitting with 10 lakh rupees capital, waiting to put that capital into that market. On this day, I booked a profit of 72,000 rupees on my 10 lakh rupees. On a 10 lakh rupees in your FD, how much money do you get every day? Do you know? On your 10 lakh rupees in your FD, how much do you get per day? 191 rupees. You'll be shocked to know it is 191 rupees per day that you get. Do your calculation. So here, let's go a little more into this. See, stop loss 42 ki bekar har baar nahi ho. Jumped is on. Now let's go here into this one. Okay. Then, and where I'm getting going around this level now, profit now. So 566. These are live sessions that plus I have this recorded. And this. So I have been able to reduce my risk by. Like here now, this is a flag pattern properly identified. Those Yeshwant. And this is not normal circumstances. I booked a profit I booked a profit of 24,000 rupees in this now. And yeah, this is where the pattern broke and I started trading my options. You can see the options here. Started trading them. And this was the trade. Here now this retracement, it was not this much. I was utilizing here overall about 10 lakh rupees of hedge capital. That is 6.0. Mudassir. Jacinta has made 7,003 rupees capital. Rupees of let's capital in use in my hedge. Right now, in terms of trading, there is no capital in use. So utilized total of about 13,94,000 rupees. Book profit in each of them. 72,518. So I had a losing day yesterday. But today, market again gave me a good profit. So my month has started good. What are your profits so far, guys? Can you share your profits with me so far? Jacinta has made 7,380 rupees, Kaushik 2,500, Om Prakash has made 15,000 rupees, Kavya has made 1,500 rupees, Lalit made 5%, Yashwant made, here I can show this to you guys, that you get an idea. See here, you can see it on your screen, so this will give you confidence. Lalit 5.5 thousand, Chanchal 8590, Jacinta 7380, Kaushik 2400, Om Prakash 15,000, Kavya 1,500, Lalit 5%, Dhiren 2216, Yashwant 2.8%, Abhijit 11,000, very good. Sridhar made 15,900. 1,100. Shushma made 21,000. Very good. Sunal made 4,850. Mudassir 2,235. Shirish 1,300. Devdasan 1,500. Kaushik says this month I made 65,000 rupees of profit. Ruzbe has made 62,000. Tell me one thing, guys. This is a recorded session of a live session that I've taken on a flag pattern. All these people are trading with me. Why do they have different profits? All these people are trading with me. Why do they have different profits, guys? Very good, Devashish Datta. These are your answers. Yeah. Different capitals, different level of skills, They handle their emotions differently. Their learning curves are different. So all of you will have to trade according to your risk appetite. You'll have to trade according to your skill levels. You'll have to trade according to your capital. You have to trade according to your emotional capacities. So there's so many parameters and so many factors involved that once you practice and reach there, then this is the kind of money that I trade every day, guys. One is personal, a few crore rupees, other is a 10 lakh rupees capital with which I'm trading. Let's see what was I doing today, guys. So let's pick up today. Today, this is my trade today. I trade live, guys. This is my trading today. Every day you will not make 72,000. Every day you will not make profit. Now, let's share the log. If I go here, like today, this is my trades. 7,839 screenshot I sent to my traders. This is the live that you are seeing. 7,839 on my trading capital of 10 lakh rupees is what and here you see Reliance gave me the most money, 6,400. And what direction was it going? It was going down. Now, let's pick up one more. Like this one, this is another example of a live trading. I teach with live trading, you know. But guys, I'm a trading coach, but I'm very, very fussy in the people I take under my coaching. So I run a lifetime of course, no 2 day, 3 day, 4 day course. I run a lifetime of online course, but you have to give an interview first. You pay 1,000 rupees advance, give an interview first. If you are selected, you are taken into the course. If you are rejected, your 1,000 rupees is given back to you. Is it a fair deal, guys? The way you are looking for a good coach, I'm also looking for good students. Fair deal? I'll tell you about that later on. Let's go forward. Let's look at a gap trading now. So now this is example of gap. 200 points. They're very common that the market gaps also gaps down, and then you can execute a trade into this. Created a hedge. If I look at the one, you also have to check making a calculation if the entry because the market went up this month, in the month of April. Here, most people fail. 8 breaks up 0.52. This is my profit here. And just in this, yeah. So jab tak ye, so I will is 18. I'm looking for that point. And just I've done that before. See here, this is another example of live trading. More than 500 traders and investors trading with me, under my coaching. And this was the gap. See, this was the gap here, and trade was executed right here at this point. And this was a gap filling that happened, gave a profit of 22,952 rupees. So let's look at the trade log, guys. Like today, under me, I have got all kind of traders, beginners also and professionals also. So I take both kind of tradings. Let's see, this is the trade log for today's trades. This trade that I have taken. So today I booked a profit of 7,839 here. And in my stocks, I also booked a profit of 521 rupees. These are people who are working with small capitals, 2,000, 5,000 rupees were beginners. You start with stocks, then you go into futures and options. So here, this is a trade log, and it is scientific. It is not emotional. This is my trade log. What was I trading? So what were the directions I was trading? Neutral, short, and long. Means money in all the three directions. What was my filter? What was my execution strategy? What capital was I using? What type of trade it was? What was the risk I took? What was the book profit into this? So, and I work on this. And this is what will take about 3 to 6 months to come to these levels. And you have to work hard for it. Once you do that, you will make money not only yourself but for your next generation. So here, look at my trade log. Every month is not a winning month. There are profits, there are losses. But the key is as long as your profits are bigger and your losses are smaller, you will do fine. This is the log of my 10 lakh rupees that I have been maintaining for years. This month I made 5.3%, last month 24%, 33%, 46% in a month, mostly with options and futures, and on an average about 19.6% a month. But I am trading for more than 18 years now, guys. So you will take time to reach there, but this is the potential of this market. What do you have to learn here? What is the learning to be done? These are the asset classes you will have to master. Stocks, stock futures, index futures, Nifty and Bank Nifty, stock options, about 150 stocks, index options, commodity future, commodity options, forex future, and forex options, most popular USD INR pair. And this is the skill set that is required. You need to be proficient with fundamental analysis to build your long term portfolio. Then, proficiency in technical analysis, chart reading using oscillators, indicators, trend line, Bollingers, Ichimokus, Gann, Elliott's, and many other things. Then, stock filtering to find high probability trades. I just gave you an example there. Then risk management. Risk management is another very important aspect. Most people who come to the stock market don't realize that they have a unique risk taking capacity. In fact, when people come into my course, the first thing I do is pass them through their psychometric testing so that they understand their risk profile. You cannot move one step into the stock market without understanding your risk profile. How much money somebody else made is totally useless for you. What is very important is your risk profile so that you know what kind of money will you make. Do I make sense in this, guys? Yes or no, guys? Close to 250 people attending this. Great. Then the trading, all the trading is now online. No, you don't have to go anywhere from from your computer, from your laptops, from your iPads, from your mobiles. You can trade. So you need to master the online platforms. So, like, how many of you have this doubt? How will I do intraday trading? Because I'm doing a full-time job. How will I be able to do intraday trading? Say yes if you have this doubt. A lot of you have this doubt. Let's solve this first. Let's resolve this doubt first. I was into the Infosys trade. Yeah, this was the Infosys trade. Let's say on Monday morning, I want to execute this trade. and I go to a intraday chart into this, and I say I will execute this trade once it breaks this low. So I decide my entry short, and if it breaks this low, I will have my stop loss here, and I'll get out the moment it reaches this double bottom. I have 19 rupees of risk on this one per trade. So I double click on this. I say I want to short 500 Infosys at the price of 953 rupees, where my book profit is at 972. The capital required is 48,000 rupees, and my potential profit in this is 25,000 rupees roughly. 500 into 50. That is the potential profit into this. And I can put this trade into the system right now. I don't have to wait for Monday morning. I don't have to wait for Monday morning. Because now the exchange allows you to execute your orders even on weekend and 24 hours in a day. They will be executed when the market will open. Tell me, once I have put this order into the system, is my physical presence required on Monday near the market? Yes or no? No. So it is a myth that to do intraday trading, you have to be near the market all the time. In fact, if you are near the market all the time, you will unnecessarily become emotional and you will lose more money. All those intraday traders who are sitting in front of the market, please answer very honestly. Did you lose money because you took unnecessarily trades and you overtraded? Yes or no? Happened? Ishan, Bende, Rajendra, Lokhande, Abhinav. You don't have to make your brokers rich. Make yourself rich, guys. A good trader doesn't take more than 3 to 4 trades in a single day. And that's why it's a brilliant profession. Now, to do any trading, the stock market requires your skill and your brain. It doesn't require your physical presence at all. In the classes I teach to build portfolios long term, to trade options, to trade futures, to trade forex, to trade, but it is a skill set which takes time. This is what is required: mastery of online platforms, high probability trading setups you should be well versed with, a trading plan aligned to your personality, rational decision making training, money management and trade management, managing emotions and your subconscious mind. This is what is required. Now let's go further. That's me, guys. Let me tell few minutes about myself so that you know who is the guy who's talking to you. My name is Yogeshwar Vashishtha. I'm a civil engineer by profession. I've done my M-Tech from IIT Roorkee. Remember the movie Super 20? The IIT that is shown in that is my IIT. I passed out from that. Then I did my international certification in management from South America, from Peru. My advanced courses in trading and investing from Pristine Academy of USA and other places. And now I'm a full-time trader and a trading coach. But before I go further, let me show you the more human. That's me, guys. Before I show others, let me give you a small background of myself. That's me, guys. This is my last year vacation in Dubai. I love to go on international vacation. Every year I go for one. This year, due to Corona, I'm sitting at home. So, this is my wife, Dharmishta. We recently celebrated our 25th marriage anniversary. Okay, then I stay in Mumbai, Thane city, Hiranandani, Mumbai. This is my house and family and friends here. Then let's go further. Again, my house. This is my youngest son. He is a proficient options trader. He is doing his first year in Purdue University, USA, and he is very passionate about creating a hedge fund of its own. He's right now doing artificial intelligence and machine learning. He's 17. My other son, he is 21. He is in third year computer engineering in Chicago, USA. This is the James Bond Island, one another vacation. Then, okay, let's see. This is with Shamak Dower. This is a vacation in Italy, Leaning Tower of Pisa. Do you know if this would have been straight, it would have been useless? This Leaning Tower. These are our two boys, you know. That's Vedant, this is Siddhant. And thanks to this profession, I always found time to give to them. So the bond is strong. And this is uh, family vacation in Germany. I think this is Munich. So that's my Facebook profile. Let me go to the professional one now. I started my trading journey with Skanska, the Swedish multinational, and I worked with them for more than 10 years as a chief geotechnical engineer and a project manager. And my trading journey started in Sri Lanka, where I met my first mentor, Jeffrey, and he introduced me to live tradings. Then I was shifted to South America, Peru, working on the Yungan hydropower project. And there I enrolled myself for a online course of Pristine Academy. Year was 2002, and I remember I paid a month's salary almost for learning. And at that time, my monthly salary was 3 lakh rupees a month, US dollars tax free. We IITians are paid well. I'm a geotechnical engineer specializing in rocks. So that was my where my serious learning into the stock market started. For a year, I was live trading and learning, and by 2006 end, I started making about 10% a month on my capital, and I knew this profession was real. So I remained part timer from 2002 to 2006. Then in 2007, February, I decided to become a full time trader. In February 2007, I came back to India in Mumbai and became a full time trader. Then came the 2008 crash. Most people lost money. If you see, most people lost money, but I specialize in making money when the market crashes. If you see, in the corona crisis, in the 3 months, I have booked 161%. So, this was my best year, 2008, when through options I made a lot of money and I achieved a milestone. My trading capital became more than 1 crore rupees. I called Jeffrey, my first mentor. I said, how do I control myself? And he said, start live trading in front of others with a small, about 10 lakh rupees of capital. I started doing that from 2009 onwards. And that gave me a lot of emotional control because when I trade with others, my emotional control has to be good because people are continuously judging me, learning from me, and making money with me. So that helped me a lot. Then in 2010, I was approached by this international group of traders, and I became part of this international group of traders. I was with them for about 2 years and learned a lot from them. I'm utterly thankful to them because my trading journey went to the next level. Amazing traders. And when your capital becomes big, more than a crore rupees, a lot of your challenge is psychological because profits are bigger, but losses are all bigger. So I learned how to handle the emotions when your capital becomes bigger. Utterly thankful to them. Then in 2012, I said thank you to them and started working on a mentoring and a coaching model of my own. Took about 6 months. And in December 2012, launched my first batch of 35 students, 35 traders and investors. At that time, it used to be 4 days of classroom training, and after that, a lifetime of live trading, mentoring, and coaching. And about 125 batches like that passed out, but everybody couldn't come to Mumbai. So gradually, the course became totally online so that people can do it from anywhere. And now you can do this course from any place you are, whatever city or country you are from. But I'm a bit choosy in the kind of people I take into the course. These are some of the people who have passed out in the initial batches before the course became totally online. Every Saturday, a batch starts, and I take a maximum of 15 people. So today, I'll be taking about 15 advances. There are 250 people attending it now, but I'm only interested in those 15 serious people who want to take to their life to the next level and learn it very seriously, who have the patience of learning it step by step. These are some of the people who have passed through it, all age groups, all genders, all kind of people come and do the course. Let me tell you about the course, guys. And as I said, I'm looking for those 15 serious people, who want to take it to the next level. So the maximum advances I'll be taking today would be 15. These 15 people will pass through an interview tomorrow between 10 in the morning and 6 in the evening. The interview normally lasts from 15 minutes to about 30 minutes. If you're selected for the interview, then you are taken into the course. It is a lifetime of course. And if you're rejected in the interview, your 1,000 rupees is given back to you. The course fees is 42,000 rupees, all inclusive, one time, for a lifetime of coaching, doing live trading practice with me, building portfolios with me. So let me explain the course to you guys. My assumption is, what is my assumption? My assumption is you are a beginner, you are a fresher, or you have tried on your own and you have failed and you want to recover your losses and you have the patience of a few months to learn. How many of you do you fit into this profile? Say yes, guys. You have the patience to learn, you're willing to give a few months, you're willing to give an interview. And this fees that I take, once you become proficient, just in a few days of trading, you can get it back. But then you should be willing to work hard. Okay. So the course starts with the orientation session, which is one day. which orients you for the stock market. After that, you are given 8 days of training spread over 1 month. This is the foundation course. It will prepare you to do live trading with me. In foundation course, you will learn fundamental analysis, you will learn technical analysis, you will learn risk management, psychology of trading, trading stocks, futures, options, commodity market, and forex market. Some people finish this in 3 weeks, some take 5 weeks. Average, you are given about a month to finish the foundation course. Once your foundation course is finished, then your skill building starts by live trading practice with me, which is for 6 months. Now, the minimum education qualification I'm looking is a 12th pass. How many of you are minimum 12 pass? If you are not 12 passed, or if you don't know English, you cannot join it. Say yes if you are minimum 12 passed and you know English. मैं हिंदी में बात करता हूं, but mostly I do it in this one. Great. So 6 months you will be doing live trading practice with me, 2 sessions in a month. 2 sessions in a month, first and third Wednesday. The dates are fixed. First and third Wednesday, 9 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, live trading example I just showed you. And all the live sessions are recorded, and recording will be sent to you also. Like this session is live, but I'll be sending the recording. So 6 months you will practice with me. Normally, with experience, I've found after 2 months, you will start becoming proficient in trading and investing. Then, in the night, there are learning sessions. Same time, this time 9 to 11 in the night. On second and fourth Thursday in the night, I'll pick up a topic and I will be telling about it. I'll be teaching it in detail with practical application in the commodity market, which is live in the night. This will continue for 6 months. And every Friday, you will get another important topic session, which you are expected to finish over the week. Then there is a lifetime of mentoring and live trading with me, which will be 4 sessions in a month every Thursday. I purposely kept it 1 to 2 in the afternoon, which is lunchtime, and this never stops. This continues. There are people with me for 8 years, 10 years, and 12 years who are still getting coached, and now they're very proficient. And if you work hard, your profit should start coming after second or third month onwards. That's how the course runs. This is the fees. I have a batch starting tomorrow of 15 people roughly. That's what I'll be starting with. So this is the course fees, 42,000 rupees all inclusive. The full course is taken by me. I have an able team of 20 people under me who will help you and support you. But all live sessions, all coaching and teaching will be done by me only. Stock market is not only my profession, it is also my passion and my way of giving back. This is 42,000 rupees all inclusive. Credit card EMI is available. Other than this, you don't have to pay anything. Software is given, notes are given, live trading session is given, everything. There are no yearly charges or